Welcome and welcome back. I got another one here for you today. This one came in a little bit late, so we got a dark night behind us. And you might have a dark night behind you, but the message that I was picking up on is you're so sexy, people don't really know you. And they don't get to know you because they're so absorbed in how sexy you are. Okay, and how attractive you are. And I don't just mean spiritually, energetically. I mean like physically. You are attractive. People really like how you look. And I feel like it's been tough to make real connections with anybody because of how sexy you are, of how attractive you are, of how good looking you are. And when you're that good looking, it's like, people want to think that they know you, but in reality, they're so caught up and absorbed in the fact that they've met somebody or that they're talking to somebody as good looking as you. It's like hard for people to actually know you. Another thing that I'm picking up on is pretty privilege. Okay, you've probably been privileged out throughout your life with this idea of like just ease and grace. Things come easily to you. And yeah, it's because of how you look, but I don't think that really matters to you because you like getting the privilege of being pretty. You like that. Like that doesn't really matter to you. What matters to you is that your close relationships end up feeling distant because they're so focused on your looks and like what you have to offer in that department. I feel like there's and so it can be really difficult for people to really get to know you unless they got their own something going on for themselves. Hold on. This is distracting. And so it's like, what are you going to do about it? Like, what do you do about that? It just feels like this sort of lonely feeling of like you look good. Like you have this aura. It is an aura. It's like an aura. It's a magnetic aura, okay? I feel like you have a unique look, too. You don't look like normal, like attractive. You look unique. And it's that uniqueness about you that's so alluring, okay? And I feel like people, they can't get off of that with you. It's just like that's how they see you. And it's hard for them to get past that with you. And so I feel like there's this message of just you've been like really blessed with this. It's like a blessing and a curse though, because how can you have close relationships? Another thing that I'm picking up on is like people don't approach you. Like you look like attractive and like you give off this aura, but I feel like as a child and even like into your early adulthood, people didn't approach you and it made you feel a little bit self-conscious about your looks or about how your aura seemed or like how magnetic you were. But in reality, people weren't approaching you because they saw you as like a higher tier than them, like out of their league or something like that. Okay? Yeah. And I feel like this is playing a big role in the current situation. Okay? Your looks are playing a big role in your life right now. Like something about how you've looked good, you look this good, and it's been sort of this curse your whole life because, first of all, people didn't want to approach you. And second of all, the people who did approach you and get close to you, they were just caught up in it. And so it's been like this blessing, yeah, you're attractive, and usually people want to be attractive, but you've been like, well, it sort of hasn't paid off in the best way for me. It's actually, brought a lot of jealousy, lots of evil eye. It's actually made my life easier because I have this pretty privilege, but it's also harder because the people that I know don't really treat me like a human being. They treat me like an alien. They treat you like an alien, okay? And so what are we doing here? What are we doing here, Spirit? What's going on? What does this beautiful person want to dig into? I think it's that right there. It's like your beauty's about to pay off. Your beauty is about to pay dividends. And the curse was to keep you humble. Like God wanted to keep you humble or something like that. Like God wanted to make sure that you were connected to God and that you wouldn't just get lost in the sauce, I'm hearing. Okay? Because it can be so easy for people to get lost in the sauce when they have that attractive, alluring nature. And maybe you didn't want to get lost in the sauce, or even like maybe it wasn't so much like God wanting to hold you down or anything like that. No, it was like you had lessons to learn as a soul. Okay? And you chose to learn these lessons as a soul. Because you could have totally used your looks. Like you could have been a model or an actor or gone into a field where your looks were prominent, but you chose not to. And maybe it was because of the influences of your parents or the people around you or this whole like psyche thing that you had going on. But you chose this, I'm hearing. You chose this. This was part of the path that you were wanting to take, okay? Because you knew that if you had gone that route, you wouldn't have discovered your spirituality as much as you have, okay? And so you wanted to lock that in, I'm hearing. You wanted to lock that in before you would allow yourself. And another thing I'm hearing is you're the only thing holding you back, okay? Hold on. Let's pull a card. God heard what they said. 5127. God heard what they said. This card. Okay, so you got God heard what they said. Okay. So I feel like you're like this attractive person. You've been sort of kept in the dark, okay? That's for sure. You've been out of reach. I'm hearing out of reach. I don't know what out of reach means, but you've been out of reach. I feel I'm seeing somebody who's like parasailing, okay? So you might be like flying through this period of your life. You're flying through, you're sailing through. I'm now seeing that scene from Treasure Island where the dude is riding on that surfing, that like, it's like a surfboard, but it has a sail on it. It's like a sailboard. He's riding on it. And then there's this Treasure Island. I feel like you're going on some grand adventure as well, okay? I'm noticing over there, it says the time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. Okay. Something about exes too. Okay, something about exes. God heard what they said. Divine intervention, grace of God. Okay. God heard what they said and divine intervention, grace of God. 333. God, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, you're very beautiful. We know this. God heard what they said. What'd they say? What were they saying? What'd they say, God? What were people saying about you? Thunderbolt. Tower. Okay, this is the card number 16. 16 should be significant. Also, I feel like Thunderbolt, like people are falling down. Look at this. People are saying that you don't care about people. People are saying that you're what is it called? What's that word? Inhumane? No, you're not inhumane. They're not saying inhumane. They're saying that you don't care about people. People are calling you a, what is it? I can't even think of the word right now. So it's probably not that. People are calling you inhumane. What does inhumane mean? Why am I getting that? And the word that I'm picturing, I can't think about it. I can't. So let me see here. So God heard what they said. Thunderbolt. Like that you're not nice, that you use your power for darkness, something. Like, you know Dexter Morgan? He's like a serial killer. Like, what do they call those guys? Psychotic? No. People think that you like to hurt people. People are saying that you like to hurt people. I feel like people are also saying that you're not who you say you are. People are saying that you're like this tyrant, or you like to cause chaos. Yeah, people think that you like to cause chaos, and that's what they're. Well, it's not that they think that. That's what they're saying. They're spreading these words of like, you like to cause chaos. You're not who you say you are. Okay. People are saying that you're not tapped in. New vision in reverse. Okay, so God is telling me like to move away from this subject. It doesn't matter really what they said about you. What does matter is that God has this handled, okay? Grace of God, divine intervention. Something about you and your journey is about to pay off right now. Like big time, okay? Big time. Something that you do. It's not just your looks. It's something that you do. You're combining something that you do with your looks here. Smell the roses, take a step back, you're done. Okay, so you already did it, guys. This is something you're not gonna expect the inflow that's coming in here. You're not gonna expect it because it's something that you already put out, something that you already created. And I feel like you forgot about it, okay? I'm getting like brain fart, like forgetting words and stuff in here. Okay? Psychopath, that was the word that doesn't matter though. Going back over here though, I see how I remembered it. You're gonna remember what it is. It's gonna click. Something's gonna click, but it's only gonna click when you take a step back and you embrace the present moment. And I don't think you have to do anything specific. It's more so like watch a TV show, take a break, smell the roses, go out in nature, like touch some grass. You know what I mean? Stop doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Tell Satan to get behind you. All right? Sometimes you just got to tell Satan to get behind you. You know? Like if you got goals or if you know that you're doing stuff, just tell Satan. Like if you're feeling a little bit sick, say, hey, you know what, sickness, get behind me. I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to get sick. All right? And it could be happening right as you're about to upgrade, you know, of course. Right as you're about to upgrade, Thunderbolt, right as you're about to get to that next level and start using this beauty of yours for something great. You know, you get sick and it's like, well, just get behind me. All right. Stop doubting yourself. Divinity. You are very connected to God. All right. God's chosen are very beautiful. This is one of the things that you're blessed with, and how you know that you're, chosen by God. Okay. You're very beautiful, very connected, and you've been connected since you were a child. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old. A new start is coming. I'm telling you, your connection to God, something about what you do is coming in. Can we get an answer on that? What is this thing that they're about to do? No, divine timing. Trust the process. It's all coming in time. Okay, you want answers, but in order to get them, you got to take a step back and trust the process. This is something that you've had throughout your past lives too. Some past life gift that was asleep. You're a sleeper. You're a sleeper. That's what you are. And it's not that you wanted to be a sleeper. Yeah, you sort of did. It was your lesson, right? But obviously, you attracted the people in your life to hold you down for a certain amount of time because you wanted to be a sleeper. You wanted to activate later in life. That's what it is. You have a big light body, guys. I noticed this highlighter over here and I see holy. So I feel like you have a big light body. And what that means is your light body, your physical body isn't able to handle the amount of light that your soul embodies and encompasses. And so you would have to go through many different activations in the physical body, in the 3D, before you could activate this light body because of how big and bold it is. It's really big. It's really, really big. It's big. Oh my goodness. Okay. Stars aligned, go for it. All right, so there's this go for it energy. A new start is coming. So I feel like this is sort of future. Like when you get this download, there will be nothing stopping you. Okay? Like everything is aligned now. Ooh. And you're going to catch yourself if you fall. Like don't worry about you're not I don't even think I have to tell you that. You're not going to be worried. Once you get this download, it's going to be pretty clear what to do and how to do it. And you're going to attract a lot of affluence doing whatever this is. Okay? And I feel like I've just been putting out sort of the same messages here, but they're sort of different here as well. Like God heard what they said. Let's talk more about this. See, I just feel like we're this affluence, this future project. I really want to know. They're wanting to keep it from me. They're wanting to keep it from you. This activation is can we get a hint about what this will be about? 3 of Swords upright. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right, so that seems like somebody is like heartbroken that they're single. Maybe this is something about like, of course, right? Breaking up with somebody, walking away. Hold on. Page of Wands in reverse. Realizing your worth, guys. You're very beautiful. I feel like that's the main message that Spirit's wanting to convey here. You're very, very beautiful. You've been very beautiful. You just don't realize it because of how much conditioning you've had. And I feel like the conditioning has been these things like people haven't approached you because of how beautiful you are. They're intimidated by you. You know, it could also be that. Like there's intimidation here. Okay? There's intimidation. And there's also like people want to hold you down because they think that you take advantage of your own beauty. Like you don't deserve it or something like that. And see, your heart is so pure. You have such a pure heart. And that's what it is. It has to do with some of these, there's still some healing that you're doing right now. Okay? You're doing some healing around the subject of these people that are talking about you behind your back. You know who these people are, I feel like, because you're very connected. You're very intuitive. You know exactly who these people are. Hold on. What do we got here? Hold on. Unmasking them. You are God's witness. Okay. Unmasking them. So you're unmasking. There are people in your life who really wanted to hold you down and make you not realize how worthy you are. And there's something that you've done recently that you're doing now, and they're talking about it because it's almost like you're like, no, I'm not gonna stand for that. Like I will not go there. I will not talk to that. I will not talk to you. And it's not because it's just because they don't bring you any value and you bring the most value all the time because your heart is so big. I feel like whenever somebody has a conversation with you, they're just blessed in that moment. Not only because of how you look and the energy you give off, but because of the advice and like the words of wisdom that you have. Like this has been common here. Hidden secrets being revealed, fruits showing, guys. You have incredible fruits showing. Or starting to show. You know, it takes time for the tree to like make fruit. The tree has to put down roots and grow up into this tree and make leaves and branches, and then the fruit can come into the branches, from the branches. And there's been secrets, guys. Unmasking people around you who have not been. What are these secrets? Because first of all, you're unmasking these people who are talking behind your back. We're getting that, okay? The secret. Existence in reverse. Your power is a lot greater than you know. And I'm getting heart chills right now. Your power is a lot greater than you know. So if you know how powerful you are, and you feel like you're very, very powerful already, let me tell you something. There is much higher. You are much higher than that. You are much, much higher, okay? Look at this. Success. Affluence. I'm telling you. So like this could be like knowing who you are, but not really seeing it manifested in the world completely. Okay, like knowing that you're a million, and this is really what the activation of the billionaire timeline is right here. It's knowing in your heart how connected to the divine you are, and knowing how affluent you are energetically, and how much like you have within you. But see, spirit, that's not enough for spirit. That's not enough for God. God doesn't just want you to know how powerful you are. even though God does want that for you. Okay, and God's been working towards that, and you've been building your spiritual connection to know how royal you are in the 5D, but that's not enough for God. Okay, God isn't done right there. He is not done, and he does not want you to just live in the 5D. He wants you to bring that 5D down to earth, and he's doing that for you now. And we can see that with the success and the existence in reverse and the affluence card here. Like hidden secrets being revealed, you are the hidden secret. You are the best kept secret, whoever you are, okay? You are the best kept secret. And I just feel like you have so many ideas coming in, ideas that will come in when you take a step back and relax and trust the process. The unmasking is already happening. You are being put in positions to be God's witness. And as you are being put in these positions, I feel like you're standing your ground more. Like, where is the standing your ground? Because I don't see it in the cards here. So what are we doing with this? I feel this energy of you're like standing up for yourself, right? Listen to the words, feel the energy. God is celebrating you, reward yourself. I feel like listen to the words, feel the energy. That's where you're standing your ground. You aren't just hearing what they're saying. You are doing so much more than that. You're feeling the energy behind what they're saying. You're knowing it too. It's not that you're just feeling it, you're knowing it. It's not a feeling, it's a knowing, guys. And this knowing, guys, oh my goodness, it's leading to success in so many areas. Creativity, especially. Your art, okay? These are like things that were kept hidden, things that you stored into yourself, into your psyche. Deep, deep talents. Okay, latent talents are coming out. Ooh! And see, I feel like, remember we talked about this healing that was happening. Okay? You are really like certain people in your life, certain like beliefs that you've held. I feel like you like have something going on with your body, or you have something going on with your mind that you know you can heal. And there's almost like this question of like, why isn't this healed yet? Or what's going on here? And I feel like there's something for you to do here. Like when you meditate, or when you take a step back and get into this like energy of like not really caring, not really thinking about anything, but sort of just being in your own energy, you'll experience like a very mystical healing process here. Okay? Believe and trust. What you have inside of you, it's like, it is healing, guys. Trust the process. Like whatever and I feel like you've healed different parts of your body. You've healed different aspects of yourself. But there's like a certain area, or a certain like, there's something about your body that you're healing right now. Okay? And it's coming. It's coming. They're saying it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. Okay? Trust the process. Projections, they're making you the villain. See, I feel like that last, like letting go of these people, because there's still some things that I feel like you have to witness, or that you're witnessing now in people. And once you witness these things and understand that they are projections, they are making you the villain, they are talking behind your back, because I feel like you so much desire for these people to be loved or whatever, right? But we're moving on. I feel like there's this energy of like, you know that you're moving on. Like you're moving on. You don't really care. You know that they're projecting on you. And this is the final stage here. Just making sure. Yeah. You could be traveling very soon, or receiving news, guys. You're receiving news about these projections and what they're saying about you. I feel like even though you have these readings and stuff, and like you've been knowing, and your intuition has been telling you that they're talking behind your back, they're saying these things, yada yada yada, you really want, and your inner child, I'm feeling right now, really wants the real confirmation. And so messages are coming to you. Okay, Knight of Wands upright. You could be traveling, you could be moving. Okay, but we also have embrace the next step. You're on the right path. Okay, yeah. Embracing the next step is just taking a step back, really, and then allowing it to come to you. Because once it comes, you're going to be embracing it. That's for sure. That's for sure. You got these latent talents. You got this light body activation happening. Success, bringing that 5D to earth is really like the final step for you. Okay? And it is your karma too. It's your karma to realize these desires. The desire to be a millionaire. The desire to get on that timeline and win at this side of life. You know, you want to be able to travel and have money and hang out with a couple friends and have a couple $1 million in the bank. These are things that you really do want. And your soul actually needs karmically in order for you to move to the next step and the next stage of your evolution. Okay? So don't worry about your connection to, like, you do have a strong connection to God. Keep your spirituality. I'm not saying ditch your spirituality. But what I am saying is that having money, having wealth, being a millionaire, you know, separating from the old family and the old world and just doing whatever you want to do is a very spiritual process for you. And you don't have to explain that to anybody else. Going and making money is very spiritual to you. And you don't have to explain it. Okay? You don't have to tell people that, you know, that's really what it is. I'm feeling like I'm repeating that because you need to know, okay? You are more aware than people think. And especially when it comes to business, and not even business, okay? But like attracting wealth. Like, it's not about the wealth for you, but it is about being free, and it's about being sovereign. And I feel like people see you and they see that you attract wealth, but it's okay if they don't get it, okay? You're more aware than they think that you are. You're a lot smarter than people think, okay? You're on the right path. I just keep on getting, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. You're more aware than people think. See, I feel like people are judging the way that you're doing things or the way that you're going to bring this wealth into existence. But you're more aware. Like you're even more aware than a lot of the masses. And so how they perceive you really doesn't matter. You can go and attract all the wealth. It doesn't matter what they think about somebody who attracts wealth or builds community or builds business or like charges money or whatever it is, or, you know, signs contracts, signs deals. You know what you're doing, and you know that it's for your own spiritual development. Okay, let's get a goddess and get you out of here. Yeah, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Athena, guys. I love Athena. Athena is the shit. Athena, ours might be significant too. Athena is so freaking sexy. Okay? And you might be a sapiosexual. Like, you might love how people think too. You might be very attracted to the way that people think. Okay? Celebrity, eyes on you, starstruck. You might be a celebrity. Okay? Or you might have a celebrity who's looking at you. Okay? And sees you. And doesn't just love. And see, here's the thing, right? Normally people only get attracted to your beauty and like they get caught up in that. Well, you have like a celebrity, somebody who also goes through that, and they don't just like you for your looks, they like you for the way that you think. Okay, I love you guys. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, clear quartz. All right, namaste. Love you guys. Bye bye.